Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Maria, also known as Mindsetandmascara, and today, if you can see behind me, it is empty. We are doing an eyeshadow palette declutter. Oh boy, this is going to be a long one. So if you don't like declutters, if you don't want to see everything in my eyeshadow palette collection, then do not watch this because I have 167 palettes. I am going to be brutal on this one because I have way too many palettes. I need to get rid of some, especially if I'm going to be buying more. So really what I want to, when I'm looking at these eyeshadow palettes, what I want to think about is if I'm going to get any use out of them, how have I gotten any use out of them, is there sentimental value, because some of them do have sentimental value in it, and I do collect eyeshadow palettes. So is it a brand that I'm collecting or I am still collecting? Because there are some brands that I was collecting that I am no longer collecting. So with that being said, don't ask me, these eyeshadow palettes, I will either end up sanitizing them and putting them up on Poshmark, or I will be giving them to a couple of my friends here that don't really get a lot of makeup for themselves. So Addie and Heather, I will be letting y'all choose what you guys want out of this stack, and then the rest I'm going to be selling. Anyway, without further ado, if you want to see my eyeshadow palette collection and what I'm decluttering, then let's get started. All right, so yeah, this is from the look today that I did. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna get started with whatever's near me and then just go down the row. I'm not gonna do it in any particular order. I'm just gonna go with what's near me because there's a lot to go through, and I'm not gonna swatch everything, because especially like the ones that I know that I'm gonna keep, I'm not gonna swatch them, but like the ones that I'm indifferent about, I'll swatch. So, all right, first we're gonna say these Dear Katie Brown palettes, they're the quad palettes with the glitter in them. We are going to keep those because you know how I am with glitter, and I absolutely love Dear Katie Brown. Also, this Soul palette that I just got, I've done one look with it and it's pretty good. It doesn't swatch well, but this is a really good palette. So I'm going to, and if you want to see this, I'll link it down below, or you know, in the cards of the one where I reviewed this collection. Oh, the Urban Decay Beached eyeshadow palette. I don't know why I was so excited to get this, and I haven't really used it, but oh, this blue. And I don't know if it'd be great just to keep those blues. Okay, yeah, no. I'm gonna let this one go. All right, the On the Run palette. This palette got so much hype when it first came out. And it's still a lot of people's holy grails. They're like one and only palette that they use. Funny thing is, there's a lot of neutrals in here and not a whole lot of color. These are gorgeous, and then this orange is gorgeous, but I really don't go into it as much, but I do use it. I'm gonna keep it. All right, Alamar Cosmetics. See, this is another one where the blue is just, I mean, look at that. The blue is amazing. And I think that since I got rid of that Beached palette, that I'm gonna keep the Alamar Cosmetics palette, because I think it can bring something to my collection. All right. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep all of my Juvia's Place palettes. I've got so many of them, and I'm gonna keep all of them. Where's my other ones? My other ones are in this bin over here. So I've got a bunch of, whoop! Oh, geez. I've got a bunch of these palettes. I've got I want to say maybe everything but the neutral palette. I do have the Nubian too, but the Nubian and all that, I don't have the coral palette. I don't have the Walhalla palette. I really want to get that palette. But it's sold out at the moment. As soon as it comes back in stock, you know I will be getting it. But I am going to keep all of my Juvia's Place palettes. Alright, this is a Buxom little 5-pan palette that I made. And I never use it. So I think this, I'm just going to declutter this because I don't use it like at all. This is the Glam Light paint palette. I really like this palette. I like the Glam Light formula. Look at that. I love the Glam Light formula. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the 2 Glam Light palettes that I have. I have this one and I also have the Cake palette. And I'm going to go ahead and keep these. Oh, this one. I'm only keeping this one because my daughter absolutely loves it. But I think what I'm going to do is ooh, that's pretty. I think I'm just going to give this to my daughter because I don't use it, and I think I have all of these colors in a different palette. Oh, now we're going to get to Jeffree Star. Okay, I didn't know if I wanted to talk about him this early, but let me go ahead and get the rest of... Okay, these are my Jeffree Star palettes. Now, I have made a decision not to buy any more Jeffree Star products, which saddens me because he has an amazing formula. I mean, look at this pink. I need to see, I have so many palettes, I don't even remember what I do have. I mean, but look at this pink. It's gorgeous. Yeah, what's sad is that he has like the most amazing formula. But I cannot, oh, look at that. But I can't justify supporting him anymore. So I will not be buying any more of his palettes. However, I am going to keep these and use these up because I've already paid for them and he already has my money. So what's the point in me decluttering them if I really do love his formula and love these palettes, and then just get rid of them when a lot of these shades in these palettes are like one of a kind. They're not duplicatable. I mean, I was even going to buy the cremated palette because I really, really wanted it. And when it came back in stock, I was going to buy it. But yeah, after everything happened, I just can't, I just can't support him anymore. And that's my decision. If you like Jeffree Star and you want to support him, you know, more power to you. I'm not going to get upset. I'm not upset about that stuff, but that's what I feel going forward that I need to do. Let's do Anastasia Beverly Hills. I have pretty much every palette they've come out with besides the Makeup by Mario and then the Self-Made palette. Is that what it is? The Self-Made palette? Because I was collecting these palettes. However, I don't know if I'm going to be collecting them anymore, so I'm not sure if I want to keep them all. There's the Norvina Modern Renaissance. See, look, this is almost brand new because I don't use that very much. It's very neutral. Soft Glam, this is what I go into. Soft Glam and Sultry are what I go into for any kind of neutral shade, so I am going to keep those. The Jackie Aina palette I'm keeping. It's just for this color alone, I mean, it's amazing, so I am keeping that one. I am also going to keep Subculture. actually like this palette. I know it's unpopular opinion, but I do actually like that palette. I'm also going to keep the Prism palette. The Riviera. This one I am going to keep. This is the Alyssa Edwards palette. She is a Texas drag queen, and I have seen a lot of her stuff, and I'm glad that I supported her. So, and I do love these colors. These colors are absolutely gorgeous, especially this blue here. So I'm going to keep that. Oh, Carly Bible. I think I'm going to keep all of my influencer collabs. Just because I do love that. Love the influencers. My main... See, I almost think that this has almost the same shadows as the Alyssa Edwards. Oh, they're not that, but they're pretty darn close. See, I think I have that color. Okay, I'm gonna give away I'm gonna declutter the Riviera, the Norvina, and the Modern Renaissance, because honestly, I have all of these colors. So I'm gonna get rid of those, and then I'm gonna keep the rest. This is a little NARS duo that I purchased, and I've never used it. Either on camera or off camera, I have never used it. So this I am definitely going to declutter. You see this palette a lot on my channel. The black here has like a complete divot on it. I'm surprised I haven't hit pan. This is my favorite black. And the rest of these colors are pretty gorgeous too. So that's another thing if I want to do it like a neutral look, which is rarely ever. I do like this, but so I am keeping these. I'm also going to keep my Huda Beauty gem palettes. I have all of them because they were on sale. I think that's all of them. So I am going to keep these as well. All right, this is the Sigma Viper palette. I bought this on sale, and I really don't know why I bought it. Ooh, that's a pretty blue. Okay, all right, well, that's a pretty blue. I'm gonna keep this for right now. I got this because I love the packaging. I absolutely love the packaging. This isn't my favorite formula, and I have this one too. So, I mean, they're not my favorite formula, but these like foiled shadows here, they are pretty freaking amazing. Let me see if I can, yeah, see, they're pretty amazing. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep these two. I don't buy any more Kylie shadows because I really do not like the formula, but I am gonna keep these. Okay, this is the ColourPop and Biddy collection. Look at that, look at that. I still have that on them. Oh my god, I'm so embarrassed. No, I'm not. Okay. Ooh, that's pretty. And then it has the two glitters. ColourPop glitters aren't my favorite. Ooh, that is a pretty glitter though. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna keep this one. Let me just take this off. Okay. See, I mean, I don't even know what I have. This is the Flutterby collection, and I had gotten this for this shade specifically. And I think I have a shade like that. So I'm going to declutter this. This was my very first bright palette. I'm not a fan of these glitters. I'm just not. But actually, I think I have brights better than this, so I'm gonna go ahead and declutter that one. This is the Wet n Wild Comfort Zone palette. Everybody loved this palette. They redid the formula, and they loved it just for this shade specifically. But honestly, I don't know. I think I have that shade. I don't. Alright, I'm gonna get rid of that one too. Dose of Colors, and I love Serie. I am keeping this. This is beautiful. This blue here is gorgeous. It's close to the Teal Me More, but it's not close to the Teal Me More. I don't know how to describe it. And this is a beautiful glittery black. So yeah, I'm gonna keep that one. These e.l.f. palettes, these are the e.l.f. bite-sized palettes. I like these. I actually really like this formula, so I'm going to go ahead and keep these. This is an Anastasia Beverly Hills quad that I made. Didn't even know if I can open it. And it broke. They're really pretty, but I'm not gonna get any use out of them, so I'm gonna go ahead and declutter that one as well. Okay, I do have the gold palette. Oh, here it is. Okay, these palettes, my Natasha Denona palettes and my Pat McGrath palettes, I am not getting rid of these. These palettes are wonderful. I absolutely love them, and honestly, I want to start collecting both of these. So I'm going to keep these. All right, so we have the Frozen collection. This one's pretty. Ooh, that's pretty. I don't know. A lot of the ColourPop shadows are very plain. But I really like this red and this one and this silver, and I love this gold. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep these. Okay, this is the Urban Decay Wired palette. I should have listened to my friend Teresa, who said if you had the electric palette, do not get the wired palette, but I did not. So let me show you. This is Slow Burn from the wired palette, okay, and this is Slow Burn from the electric palette, okay. And I don't think so you have this and that, fluorescent. I'm sitting here trying to look. Gravity, Switch. Okay, so Switch is not in. Damn, look at that. Is not in the. Yeah, you saw that, right? Okay, and then Current. I have greens. I'm gonna get rid of the wired palette. I am gonna keep my electric palette. These are glitters from Hip Dot. They're not my favorite, but you know, mainly because I have to use glitter glue, and I'm not a fan of using glitter glue with, well, I like the ones where I don't have to use glitter glue. Okay, I'm lazy, but There are some like really gorgeous glitters in there, like these two are beautiful. Also this purple and the red and the oranges here. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep these. You'll notice I won't get rid of mini glitters. I have looked, whenever I was decluttering before, I've done declutters, but I haven't done them on camera. So I try to do declutters regularly, but normally they're not this brutal as I'm being right now. So the reason why I've kept this is like, look at this. Look at that blue. All these shimmers are absolutely gorgeous. Oh, jeez. Oh, well, this is an all shimmer palette, so, but they're beautiful. And it always makes me think twice about decluttering this. That blue. That blue. Oh, I wonder how it is with the block party. Let me test something real quick. Okay. Okay. Well, it's just a little bit lighter and it shifts brown. All right. It's close enough though that I don't think I need this, so I'm gonna declutter that. This is the Midnight Unicorn palette. I used this for Halloween one year. I mean, it's not bad, it's also not great. So I am gonna declutter that. Oh, melt, melt, melt. Let me talk to you about melt. There's always one shade, like in here it's this one that doesn't, well, that one's fine. This one I don't think had any. I am keeping this one. I love this palette and my favorite color is green, so I'm gonna keep that. I am keeping this one because I absolutely love neons. But if you look here, there's always one shadow that's just, I mean, look, it crumbles. It's like, there's always one shadow in every palette that is like that. Like this one, it happens to be, I think it's this one. No. Oh yeah, it's this one. This one's kind of crazy. See, this one's kind of crumbly too. So it's really hard to, it's finicky on the eye. This one, I mean, this one is bad. It's really bad. It's like really sticky and it drags. And then this one is this shade right here. It's very crumbly. So not my favorite formula, but I still dip into these. Like this is, look at that, look at the colors, those are beautiful. Like all these mattes, their mattes are pretty good. So I'm gonna keep these and I'm gonna keep this one. I'm gonna declutter this one because I used these two. I don't know, I didn't like this palette, so I don't get any use out of that. That one is gonna go. I'm going to keep these. All right, this is the Lime Crime Venus Immortalis palette. I actually really like this palette. This black is okay. It's not my favorite black. I mean, see, if you compare this, let me see if I can grab the. Okay, so if you let me get a better. Okay, so if you compare this to my Holy Grail black, see, I mean, there's like there's like no contest there. However, I do like the grays, and this white's beautiful. and the metallics here. So I'm gonna keep this because I really need a gray palette since I'm not getting the cremated palette. So I'm gonna keep that. Dominique Cosmetics. I have 3 of her palettes. Let me throw this out. The Lemonade palette, the Celestial Storm palette, and the Berries and Cream palette. This palette is absolutely beautiful and I really like it. And her eyeshadow formula is great. So I'm going to keep all of these. It may not seem, you know, like I really should declutter them because I don't use them as much, but I really like her formula and I want to keep these for now. The Naked Honey. Okay, don't judge. Do not judge. I did buy this a while back. I bought this a while back and I still have yet to use it. But look at that gold. Oh, I like it. I'm gonna keep this one. Maybe I'll do a video on it. Maybe I don't know. I'm gonna keep this one. I don't know why I'm going to, but I'm going to. It's my declutter. I can do what I want. All right. This is the KVD Shade and Light palette. It's another neutral palette, but this is the Glimmer formula. And these like toppers are like beautiful. They're beautiful. So I think I'm going to keep this for now. Yeah, I'm going to keep this for now and see if maybe declutter it later. Okay, this is the Too Faced Now and Then palette. I wanted this palette so badly. And this is like the colors. This is supposed to be like the colors 1998, the original 10, and then these are the original 10 reinvented. I don't use this very often, and I'm afraid that if I keep it, I'm still not going to use it. See, like these duochromes are beautiful, but honestly, I'm never going to use it. I'm going to declutter that one. This is the Sugar Pill Little Twin Stars collection. I had gotten a Charlotte Tilbury face or on the go palette in my lucky bag, and I didn't want it, so I traded for this one. I don't know. I'm not going to use it. Get rid of that one. Okay. The ColourPop Chasing Rainbows palette. This is their first colorful palette, and I actually really do like the ColourPop pressed pigment form, or pressed. I don't know where this thing stopped. I'm getting rid of the Patricia Bright palette. I'm getting rid of the My Little Pony. I'm getting rid of this. I'm getting rid of the Carnival palette, the Too Faced Now and Then palette, the Little Twin Stars. I don't know if I talked about the, if I got this part where I talked about these. It only records 30 minutes at a time, and I obviously went over that, so, yeah. But you'll be able to see in the end what I'm going to be keeping and discarding. I do know I didn't get this. The Aurora Lights I'm keeping. I'm also keeping the Colored Rain, Vivid Pigments. All of the are all whoops. I'm sorry, the Dose of Color. All right, so, oh, and I'm getting rid of these two, the Going Coconuts and the Strawberry Shake. I'm keeping the rest of the 9 pan palettes that I have. just because I like the formula, and some of them are not even used. Like this one's not used, this one's not even used yet, so I'm not going to get any use out of them. I am going to keep the Norvina palettes that I have volume 1, 2, and 3. And I am going to keep all 3 of them because I like this formula, and I don't mind the big palettes, but they're so beautiful, so I'm going to keep those. The BH Cosmetics Zodiac palette, I really love their baked formula. I have the Zodiac palette and the Zodiac Love palette. I love this baked formula, but I don't get any use out of it, so I don't see the point in keeping it if I'm not going to get any use out of it. And I don't collect BH Cosmetics anymore. Their baked formula is so pretty. This is a really good formula. It's a really good palette, but I don't dip into it, so am I going to? Ugh, if I have that much problem parting with it, I'm gonna keep it. Probably shouldn't, but I was gonna do a video on this one. This is the KVD Vegan Love palette. I do not like the formula of these shadows. I really do not. And I don't know why I bought it. Probably because it was on sale. Yeah, no. So I'm going to get rid of this palette. I have these Dear Katie Brown glitters. I'm not getting rid of those. These are ColourPop pressed shadows and glitters. These are a few Juvia's Place singles, and they're actually pretty good, but they don't sell singles anymore. I'm going to keep those, and I'm going to keep this. These are all ColourPop pressed pigments, or these are all ColourPop shadows, single shadows, so I am going to keep those. I'm also going to keep these 2 Dear Katie Brown palettes. They're glitter palettes, and y'all know I love her glitter formula, so I'm going to keep those. Okay, the Tarte Clay Play palette. They reinvented this, and then they got rid of this. This is the original formula, and then they brought this one back. Don't know why I have it. Maybe I thought, hey, I need neutrals. No, I don't. I'm giving that away. This is the Morphe 15S Social Butterfly. I love these colors. I'm not a huge fan of Morphe shadows, but I like these colors. Also, the Your True Selfie. No, that's boring. I'm gonna get rid of that one, but I am going to keep the Social Butterfly. This is the Colored Rain Queen of Hearts palette. I'm keeping this one. It is a lot of neutrals, but I really, really love her shimmers. This is the Cheers to Beauty. This is a limited edition, and I'm keeping that one too. These are the Dose of Colors 5-pan palettes. I absolutely love these palettes. This is like, you can take these. They're tiny. They've got an entire complete look in them, except for shimmers. They're 5-pan matte, and then just came out with 2 new ones, and I'm gonna get those too because the formula in these are just really, really good. So I'm gonna keep these. This is the Take Me Back to Brazil and the Rio edition. Funny thing about this palette, I decluttered it and gave it to Heather, and then she used it, and I was like, huh, I want that palette back. So I bought it again. And now I don't use it, so I really need to just get rid of it and not even try. All right, this is the Morphe 24A Artist Pass palette. This was their festival palette. Love these middle shades right here. Love the glitters. I'm not a huge fan of their glitters, but I mean, this glitter is gorgeous. So I am going to keep this. Okay, this is their Pride palette. I didn't get this year's and I really regret it. But this, I actually really liked last year's Pride palette. So I'm gonna keep this. Okay, the Urban Decay Kristen Leanne palette, I really like, especially these Transformer shades. They're really pretty. I don't dig into this one as often as I should because I really do love all of these colors in here. I know some people don't like the layout of it because it's kind of really funny layout, but I do like this one, so I'm keeping that. All right, the 35i Icy Fantasy. A lot of people didn't like this palette, but I actually did because I like these little topper shades. So I'm gonna keep this palette. I'm also keeping the Boss Mood palette because it's got some of these grungy like olive shades on it. I'm also gonna keep both of the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palettes. I've got the original one. This is the one, the very first one with the really good formula. It's the very first one. So I'm definitely keeping that one, even though I don't use it quite as often. I'm still keeping it. I am also, this has sentimental value, that's why. I'm also going to keep this one. I did actually really like this palette, so I'm keeping both of those. This is the Morphe 39S. I am keeping that. I absolutely love this palette, even though it shows, you can't really tell that I've used it. I love this palette. I'm also keeping the 39A Dare to Create because it's got these grungy tones in it, and now that I'm seeing it, since that has those tones, I think I'm going to get rid of the Boss Mood palette. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of the Boss Mood palette. And I'm going to keep the 39A. This is the 39L, the Hit the Lights palette. I have yet to use this palette, but I really like this palette. I love like the middle shades and some of the glitters in this red here. So I'm going to keep that. I'm also going to keep the Morphe James Charles palette. I really shouldn't, but I'm going to keep it anyway. All right, the Violet Voss Flamingo palette. I don't use this very often. I'm going to declutter that one. I also don't use this one very often. As you can see, there's like a lot of neutrals in there. I'm going to get rid of that one. And then this one, this was my very first glitter palette. I think I'm going to declutter this one too. And then these are just palettes that have sitting around, so I'm gonna keep those. And with that, that is it. Wow, I actually did it and got through all of them. All right, so I am getting rid of 32 palettes. Okay, that's not even nearly half of them. I started out with what, 167, so that means I'm keeping 135. So I'm getting rid of 32 and keeping 165 or 135. So for me, this is good. I thought I was going to be a lot more brutal than I was, but apparently not. So yeah, that is my declutter. I would show you what my back looks like, but I'm not going to have time right now to kind of go through and sort stuff out because I'm about to do my lipstick declutter. So if you liked this video, hit the thumbs up. If you want to see more like this, then hit the subscribe button, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.